Archbishop Wood in the first game. So it looks like it's going to be a scramble for those, I think, fourth and third playoff spots.
Danny Ellis has it teed, and here we go. He sails it to the right side, a little bit short at about the 5-yard line. Up to the 20 is McGillen. He breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, up over the 30, almost out to the 37-yard line. Fine return all the way out to about the 35-yard line. And unfortunately, Jack, a penalty flag. That was Kevin McLaughlin, number 32. And the flag down here at about the 40-yard line of Archbishop Wood.
It's going to be illegal procedure on the kickoff, which could nullify
that return, unfortunately.
Yes, it was a good return. Just another step, he might have got big yards, maybe went the route there, but it was pretty good coverage there. They're going to make him kick it over again.
Well, that return by McLaughlin nullified. Joey Schoenleber, who had quarterback the last game that we did, Jack. We'll see if he's in there today or McDevitt. I've been told that we may see Kevin McDevitt back at the helm.
Yeah, it's quite a problem for the Archbishop Wood coaching staff. Schoenleber came on and did a good job against Ryan, and of course last week they did not win. They were shut out, and it's a dilemma. It's not an easy one for the coaching staff because McDevitt was a senior, and you like to give that senior the shot. Of course, if you're winning, no matter who's playing, everybody's going to be happy. But they're struggling, and I think you might see a shuttling in there to see who can get the team rolling.
You saw Joe Francello just a couple of seconds back on the sidelines. He, of course, the man faced with that dilemma. Ellis this time kicks it to the opposite side, and it's going to be taken by John McGowan at the 5-yard line. And he is hit hard, just short of the 20. The ball comes loose, and it will be blown dead, and it will remain Archbishop Wood football. A very good hit put on there by number 55 by Mike O'Hanlon, who will start at the linebacker spot. And O'Hanlon has played last year. He's a junior this year, and he played a pretty good linebacker last season. Okay, the quarterback will be Joey Schoenleber. So Archbishop Wood comes out with Schoenleber, Virtatis, Klasiak, and Mike Carroll out of the wishbone. Up over the middle, Klasiak, the fullback, carries over the left side about the 22-yard line. Number 50, Francis McIntyre, one of the tri-captains in on the tackle. Jack McIntyre, 5'11", 190-pound senior.
Yeah, Judge is a very big-looking team right across that line. We'll try to get you some heights and weights in here, but they're long and lanky, and from that first defensive set, they might test Wood to make him throw the ball.
Pete D'Arcy splits to the right. The wishbone is split. Mirtatis goes in motion, keeping the football. Schoenleber, first down for Joey Schoenleber up to the 34-yard line. And if Jack and I have some problem today spotting anybody on the Father Judge team, it's mainly because Jack, those baby blue uniforms with the soft red numerals, quite difficult to pick up. We'll try to do our best for you.
Yeah, it is awful difficult. That was a nice option play there. Schoenleber getting outside and turning the thing right up. This is the thing which he did well in the loss to North Catholic. They had a lot of interceptions and fumbles, but he looks like he knows how to handle it well.
They split the bone over the right side to about the 37-yard line. Mike Klasiak, the inside man, Spearing, Devona, Miller, Melandra, and Oneski, the 5 interior men. D'Arcy had split. Now in comes number 81, Rob Plaza, and he's joined by number 22, Billy Haddam. We saw Haddam, Jack, play last year in games that Archbishop Wood seemed to have in hand. He's in there right now, and again, the bone is split. Slat to the right, wide out. Man in motion, inside handoff. Again, the fullback, Mike Klasiak, out to approximately the 39-yard line. Mike Arcidiacono, 6'3", 212 defensive lineman, Jack, and you're talking about some size. Arcidiacono, we'll get that one right. 6'3", 212, that's nice size.
I think it's Arcidiacono, the kid who was the co-captain for the last Villanova football team. I think that's his younger brother.
Well, thank you for the proper pronunciation. On third down, McDevitt is going to throw. Open, first down. Catching the football is Pete D'Arcy, the 5'11", 150-pound senior. Jack, that's as good a throw as we've seen. And Joe Schoenleber, the quarterback, fired nicely. I may have said McDevitt, it's Schoenleber. And that's a first down, the second on this drive. And this is as good an offensive thrust as we've seen Archbishop Wood have in the 2 games that we've covered.
They look very sharp on that play.
And Wood's breaking the huddle extremely quickly this time. However, they jump off on the left side. Number number 61 out there at the left tackle. That would be Michael Spearing, and unfortunately, he moved quickly. Jack, as Joe Franchella has something new working here. He is breaking that huddle very quickly, and the wide receiver was split out here to the left. He was out there momentarily all alone.
Yeah, this might be part of the gameplay, just getting them up there on the ball quick. Try to get some momentum. I think it's important for Wood to establish some offensive momentum for himself here right now.
The RC comes to the left, and now coming over to pick him up is number 41 out of the backfield, Jim Casey. Some running room, high stepping, nice move ball. Unfortunately, a flag flies, but Joey Schoenweber's all the way down to the 30-yard line. The flag is thrown at about the 45-yard line of Father Judge. Looks like illegal use of the hands.
Well, there was a clip play there. The wide end came in. It was wide open. In fact, the ball player knows it himself. At the last minute, the defender kind of went for the inside fake, and he turned his back, and there was a clip. It was a good call. Tough break for Archbishop Wood here on 2 successive plays here. A penalty, stuck him back, and what appeared to be a first down on that, and in good field position, that they're going to come up with a big penalty here.
Joe Schoenweber, 5'7", 145-pound sophomore. His brother Billy, an outstanding linebacker here at Archbishop Wood 3 or 4 years ago, and boy, he's showing. I think, Jack, I don't know, I may get some heat from this. He looks quicker than even Kettleberger did.
Well, he's apparently has a lot of experience in his younger years at this Wood.
Play action deep down the right sideline, and it is caught. DRC makes the catch. A flag flies. The two players, offensive and defensive. Darcy.
He's calling offensive pass interference.
Well, it's coming back. You can hear some of the Wood people behind us hoping for an.
Well, it was a bad throw, as you saw there, and I think if you look at that again, they would show you that he pushed the defender out of the way to get the ball.
Jack, you're talking about size. Number 89, Rich McCluskey, coming in right now to play linebacker. Rich is a 6'4", 220-pounder. And speaking of McCluskey's from Father Judge, Mike McCluskey in the Penn State Nittany Lions. A tough day in Alabama yesterday.
Yeah, very, very tough day. They just said the kicking game hurt them. Come on! The score looked bad, but I'm sure everybody in the Philadelphia area was glued to the TV yesterday. It was just a rough game for them. But this is McCluskey's younger brother.
This is a second down. One Klasiak, the fullback, over the right side. Excuse me, Jimmy Martinez, number 44, gets the football.
Number 50, Rand McIntyre.
You notice I didn't say McCluskey's little brother because
he's not
you really
little.
Can't say that.
And you're a pretty big fella yourself. Into the lineup for the Vikings comes Mike Carroll. In addition to Darcy, who will play a wideout. Carroll will check into that backfield. Only once today have we seen the full wishbone, Jack. Actually twice. The opening play, the previous one, and now 3 in a row. Play action, looking, pressured. Schoenweber almost gets away. Great pressure by number 70, Mike DiTornato, 5'7", 157-pound senior. He must be a pretty quick player to be playing inside, Jack.
Yeah, he looked looks like is that outside linebacker? Is that what he's lined up?
He's listed as a defensive lineman, but that'll bring up a punting situation, unfortunately, for Archbishop Wood after 2 first downs and what looked like to be a third. An offensive interference play. The RC against the defender, and it's time to punt the football.
Yeah, real tough because they did have some momentum there, but at least they should have some encouragement here that coming off those 2 series there, and the penalties certainly did hurt them.
And it is a punting situation, and it's blown away there by Kevin McFadden, and it's bounced, taken on the fly, and bounced out of bounds on the very far side. Brian Reedy, who is listed as a senior, 160-pound, and Archbishop Wood for the first time today goes on to the defense.
First and 10 Crusaders on the
Billy Hardigan, number 11, will be your quarterback.
Crusaders be led by number 11, Bill Hardigan.
Hardigan comes out with the backs in the I formation. And we'll line those up for you. Mike Culligan's one of them, 32. Wing to the right, out of an I formation. First down, they toss right side. Up over the 35 to about the 36. And that was Mike Alentrio. The running backs of Judge, Jack, got quite a bit of ink in the Philadelphia papers this week.
Yeah, Woody runs a pretty simple offense. It's an I. He will counter you. So you'll see him trying to take advantage, I think, of the Wood quickness, which they're noted for.
We'll
here in their
spot
defense.
that Wood defense that Jack is talking about momentarily. Again, out of the eye, wide out to the right, second down and about 7. They toss it again to the right side, cutting it up nicely against the grain, getting hit at about the 43-yard line. Coming down is Timmy Nagowski, who is in there in a linebacker spot. And again, the running back was number 24, Ellen Trio.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that play. They're just bringing everybody with you. They're pulling their guard, kicking out. And, they said they will come right at you, counter the ball. He will throw the ball, but he's not afraid to throw the ball either.
Well, what a big year he had last year, seemingly out of the playoffs, Jack. Coming in, I think, as the number 4 team, was he? Or number
yes, they
3?
were.
Number 4. They're going to win the Catholic League. Wing right. This time we go inside, and carrying the football for what appears to be a first down is Mike Culligan. And Jack, he's listed at 6 foot, 213 pounds. So as usual, there's quite a bit of size on the Father Judge Crusaders.
Yeah, they're a very strong physical team. I think looking at them and looking at the other teams in the Catholic League, I think you have to pick Doherty and them to be the favorite for the first 2 playoff spots. And then they say it really looks like a scramble for spots 3 and 4.
Odd as it may seem, Ryan and Wood are going to have some real problems getting in there. They've been good in the past. There's that counter that Jack was referring to. Carrying the football is Brian Reedy. Reedy, also one of the tri-captains, a 5'8", 160-pound senior, carries over the left side. Let's spot that defense now if we can for you. Flannery, Boyle, Haas, and Rankin, Kerrigan, Nagowski, Horan, McGowan, Duffy, and Gale. And, well, Jack, they shut out Ryan, only gave up 10 to North. One of those, I believe, I'm sure we did the game, was on an interception return, and only 10 last week to McDevitt, and lost on a field goal to Hatboro Horsham. So the defense, to my knowledge, has given up but 1 touchdown.
Yeah, their defense, as we mentioned this many times over the last few years, their defense is always overrated by the average fan. The coaches around the league know it. They're noted for their quickness. Billy Haas has been on everybody's lips for the last couple of years, but the years going by, Flaherty and McFadden and Voigt and people they had on this club has certainly made a mark throughout the Catholic League, and their defense has been a real strong. Hirschman brothers.
Third down and about 3. Wing wide, left side. Getting the football is Ellen Trio. First down. Power football right now by Father Judge down to about the 44-yard line. Billy Haas stands on top of the pile. It looks like Mike Flannery, though, the defensive end, number 80, along with Jim Boyle, 74, the tacklers. And, Jack, as I said yesterday afternoon,
we have timeout for a measurement.
You're looking at one of the blockers out there. I think you're going to tell us something about Tom McHugh right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the size. I was looking at them when they're coming off the field. Tom McHugh is 6'4", 232 offensive tackle. Their other offensive tackle is Paul Schmidt. He's 6'4", 212. Just the size that they have getting in front of people, it's tough finding the back sometimes. It looks like a college line out there.
Our football, Jack, as I said on that last play. We'll talk a little bit about what happened over the weekend. A lot of exciting football, and hats off again, Jack, to Jerry Byrne and the Penn Quakers. How about that team, huh? Ellen Trio on that toss to the right, cuts it inside nicely, 5, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe even 10 yards. Number 21, Johnny McGowan, has him by the shoelaces. In addition to number 23, Kevin McFadden. I want to tell you, Jack Boyle, a fine cutback by Ellen Trio. He tried to go outside, saw it sealed off, cut it inside, and a beautiful piece of running.
Yeah, you can see they're getting a lot of blockers out there. They're sealing that, kicking the outside man up there, and just what you have to do, you got to turn up there and get your yardage.
And it is short of a first down by just a simple yard. Out of a power eye, Ellen Trio again following some blocking. I don't know. He's hit low. Let's see. I want to spot that man low coming up. His Haas certainly had him high, but I think Mike Flannery's the man that hit him initially, Jack, down low. They're saying 50 here, but that was 80, Mike Flannery.
Yeah, I think he was on the pile there. Once again, nothing fancy. And I think as long as they can do that, don't forget, they're keeping the ball out of Wood's hands on this, which is awful important also.
Billy Hartigan is a senior out of the eye. Here comes a counter over the left side. Oh, running room 5, but it's sealed off pretty nicely. Brian Reedy. Johnny McGowan, 21, comes up to seal it off pretty well. In addition to Sean Duffy, he checks in as number 31. Nice drive so far, Jack, and the ball has yet to go up top.
That's right. Well, as they said, he doesn't have to as of right now. Last year we did see Judge throw quite a bit against Archbishop Wood in an exciting season game that Wood came out on top.
Hartigan, by the way, is only 5'8". This time he's going to bootleg to the right. Wood appears to have it sealed off, and they do. Down at the 28-yard line. Is it Michael Flannery? Yes, indeed it is. No, it is not. Excuse me. It's number 20. That's Johnny Horan. Nice play from the corner.
I wonder if that was a busted play there, because some of the Judge players looked confused. You are not going to get outside Wood, I don't think. You're going to have to be satisfied at kicking them out and getting up inside and hoping the other blockers seal off a wall inside. There, Hardigan tried to outrun the cornerman. I don't think you're going to be able to do that.
Then on the other hand, Jack, any success Judge has had against Wood over the years has been by stringing out their defense to stop the Wood wishbone.
Oh, sure.
Down to about the 26, Mike Ellen-Trio. He'll be short of a first down. Viking defense. This time it is 50, Jeff Kerrigan. Kerrigan's a veteran, Jack. It was he and John Voigt who led the linebacking crew last season in what was a very successful season. And, Jack, I believe here the Vikings returning here to this field. Their last game here was against North, and we were here. And how many quarters now have they gone without scoring on this football field? Quite a few.
Yeah, too many for them.
Power eye, Ellen-Trio, left side. Jack, you're shaking your head. It's going to be awfully close to a first down.
It is very, very close. Depends on where that mark is. I'm sure they'll bring in the change.
Mike Ellen-Trio, Flannery. The man wrapped him around him and getting up very slowly is number 66, Nagowski, in addition to 50, Jeff Kerrigan. Jack, I yesterday had the pleasure of being at Delaware Valley College where the Aggies knocked off Lycoming. My post-game guests were Cosmo Lasco of Father Judge and John McFadden of Archbishop Wood, key performers in that game. Those two schools, of course, playing here today, and Lycoming brought a nice crowd down from Williamsport, and I think the Judge supporters should be congratulated. They brought a nice crew up here from Mayfair, etc. That is a first down.
It is one of the better crowds that we've seen up here from a visiting team. Maybe a little bit has to do with the NFL, because anymore this is the only game in town, the Catholic League, on Sundays.
NFL. That doesn't ring a bell, Jack. But maybe you can explain that after this play. Hardigan, ball's loose, and it looks like there's a Wood player on it. No, they're going to say Father Judge. The Crusaders got a break there, Jack. That ball was fumbled out of the ball carrier's stomach and went forward, and it's fallen upon by one of their offensive linemen, and I think it was center Tim O'Hanlon, number 57, who is 5'11", 211.
Yeah, he's one of the small ones. As you can see, most of the other men are over 6 foot, and so far all the breaks have been going for Father Judge.
By the way, 2:05 to go, no score. Jack Boyle, Joe Eichhorn on Homeview Cable Television. Ellen-Trio, left side, line of scrimmage, probably a yard or two. Billy Haas, I believe, is in on that tackle. Nagowski, 66 and 50. Jack, I'm trying to give Billy some credit, but I don't believe he has made a tackle as of yet. I'm sure he's being double teamed.
Yeah, well, they're running mostly to the left side when they're going into the line of scrimmage, and they're going to the right side when they're trying to get a little bit of crack on the seam there.
Third down, a short three. Hardigan with the backs and a power eye, and as you can see, they're set strong left. Ellen-Trio, 15-yard line, maybe to the 14. Just the 15. It'll be another fourth down and short, Jack Boyle. Kerrigan again. And also Brian Reich at number 85, who's playing a defensive end of football. Very short.
Well, they went right at Billy Haas that time and did not get the needed first down.
Haas may not be making tackles, Jack, but I'm sure he's stacking it up inside.
I'm sure he is also.
All right, it's fourth and very short, less than a yard. Power I formation. Ellen-Trio and Culligan in the backfield. Hit from behind is a quarterback by Jimmy Boyle, 74. Hardigan falls forward. I think he probably fell forward far enough, Jack, for the first down.
I think he did.
He's got it.
He's got it. In fact, the hit from behind didn't knock him forward, which is a very difficult play. Here you are, you're hustling your butt over there, make the tackle, and you make the hit, and you actually push the guy into the first down.
Temperature in about the 60s. Jack, we're in the sunshine. It feels like we're at the shore in July, but this is really a nice autumn weekend we've had.
Yeah, it's a nice breeze here.
Someone told me you were in Harrisburg yesterday. I'd like to know how you made out up there. There's a little reverse pivot. Culligan, I believe, the up back, spinning his way.
Yeah, there was nothing fancy about that. Just banging away right here. we're going to end the quarter here probably on that play. And important thing here is that Father Judge has had the football for about 9 straight minutes here. And that's awful important.
Jack, you're going to be 100% correct. They will not get another playoff. That ends the first quarter. No score. A strange first quarter, Jack, before we break. Wood throughout the season, doing a fine job. First down as we look directly into the sunshine. Hardigan on 2nd down and 7. Play action. No, he gave off to the man. Billy Haas did what I did. He thought it was a fake. Instead, I think Brian Reedy, or Jim Reedy, number 14, has now got in as that power back. I can't tell, Jack, if that's 14 or 44 from here. Can you?
I think it's 14, but I just noticed something there different. That Haas was on the left hand side of the line on that play. This is where Judge had been running, and Wood pulled a little strategy there and switch Billy to the left side, see if the Wood or the Judge staff picks this up.
He and Jim Boyle have switched, and what Jack means he's on the right side, defensively left side. Alan Trio on a pitch to the right, sealed off beautifully. A corner comes up to make that hit, but I want to tell you, 50 Jeff Kerrigan filled that spot beautifully. And that outside linebacker, Jeff Kerrigan, was excellent. And also Kevin McFadden.
John's younger brother, that came up and did a heck of a job on that. They read that beautiful. He couldn't play that any better defensively.
And I believe John is in attendance here today. We're going to have a field goal attempt. And in is Danny Ellis, the kicker. And he will try it from the right hash mark, 19-yard line. Jack, 29-yard attempt, not that much breeze. Gets it way up in the air and wide to the right, no good. Archbishop Wood gets their hands on the football, and after that long of a sustained drive, Jack, I would have to think that Joe Francella's happy that his team comes away knocking Father Judge off the scoreboard.
I think they're very, very happy because Judge consumed the clock there, but came away with no points there. If Wood can get something going here offensively, then it can maybe get the momentum back on their side. They have to stop there. They've been hurting themselves so far this first quarter.
Full Wishbone is moving on the right side. The Archbishop Wood right end is moving prematurely, and that's going to cost them 5 yards. Saw Joe Schmidt play yesterday, Jack, for Lycoming, and fortunately Joe fumbled a couple of times, and for some reason the Lycoming coach elected to pull him after each fumble, and we didn't see him again. He had some nice runs early. Also, Brian Cunningham on that Lycoming roster. You remember Brian.
Yeah, there's a lot of Catholic leaguers out there. I know that Arnold Doherty's become a pipeline to Lycoming in recent years, and which is good because once you get a couple of good players from the league out there, people start coming back to the league and grabbing them. Delaware Valley has an awful lot of Catholic League ball players, which is super.
I think there's only been 3 touchdowns scored by the Del Val team that have been by non-Catholic League people, and again flags fly. And our congratulations go out to Eric Reynolds of Abington High School, who yesterday, I believe he was in the 70 to 75-yard total, Jack. He has now over 2,000 yards up there at Delaware Valley.
Well, here's two. This is what's killing them. Now, I don't know what's going on, if there's confusion here. Joe's going to call a timeout, which I think is very, very wise, and try to calm them down there. The crazy thing is it looks like Judge is actually confused here defensively, and they're jumping around. I don't know if that's pulling the offensive line off or the backs are going to motion here, but here's 2 penalties, and penalties killed him the first time he had the ball.
Jack, in your coaching days, did anything upset you more than offensive mistakes penalty-wise, moving before the count?
Well, your offsides are probably the ones you don't think you should do. The holdings, a lot of times that's a judgment call. Sometimes you get a little upset, but you would figure that the account, a guy moving, this is just sometimes a little bit of lack of concentration on the part of the ball players, where they just have to keep their mind on what they're doing, and it's tough. Heck, you see the pros do it. I think this is one of the things we got to remember. These are high school kids. They're doing their best. There's no doubt about that. And but it does get frustrating. And as you said, that's probably the easiest one because it's something that it's a mental mistake.
You'd rather have a physical mistake.
That's right.
You know, maybe you're overmatched or something size-wise. Left side, Mike Langlasiak, and he is cracked down right at that line of scrimmage. It appears to me as if that was Steve Nedgman, number 58.
Hey, I'll say again, Joe, if we take a look at this, the Judge defense seems to be getting set awful late. I don't know if it's what's going on, but they're running all over the place.
Well, I did mention to you and our listeners, viewers, that's not much there. Wood is coming up over the football very quickly.
It seems to be this way. And, although both teams are sending in Judge shuttles a lot of players in both offensively and defensively. In fact, some people feel they can almost tell what play they're running offensively, what lineman they put in, which is unusual.
Third down, approximately 20-yard line out of the full bone. Schoenleber gets good blocking, but fires it way upfield, intending it for 81, which is Rob Plaza. Incomplete coverage nicely on the play by Lou Schrager. 6'190" defensive back. Boy, that's nice size, isn't it? 6 foot 190.
Yeah, as I said, it's not so much that they're that heavy, but they're nice and tall, and boy, that means a whole lot. And that's a difficult thing for Schoenleger too. He's back there, and at 5'7", I think it's a tough time seeing over that line to throw.
The deep men for the Crusaders.
Here's the punt. Oh, it takes a Wood bounce, and it's going to bound down to about the 46-yard line.
47-yard line.
Already, Father Judge back on the offense with Bill Hardigan. Tommy O'Hanlon's the center on that offensive line. We have Jeff Kenny, Frank Galloway, Paul Smythe, who Jack mentioned, checks in at a mere 6'4", 212. Also, Tommy McHugh, 6'4", 232. And Pat Cunningham, a tight end, at 6'1", 190. And Judge on the offense for the second time. First time we've seen this formation. Jack lone setback, and they give it to him, and he carries the football. That's righty. He'll pick up 7 down about the 46-yard lines, or is it Culligan? Let's see. That was 14, wasn't it, Jack? Or not?
14, the fullback.
Yes, indeed. Jim Righty is now in at the fullback spot. The wide receiver, by the way, is Dave Waskowicz.
Coming out in that double wing formation again here.
Yeah, with that lone setback. Second down and about. Oh, there's movement. That's going to go against Father Judge. Jimmy Boyle, 74, there to stack up the ball carrier. And I'm sure it would be, well, they're going to take that penalty, Jack. Instead of 3rd and short, make it 2nd and about 8.
We have a flag on the play.
That's the first mistake we've seen Judge make today. And
it seems strange to me, Jack, to watch a Judge game without seeing Pat Wanninger or Jerry Magalinas, who I got to know with the Little Quakers, and they were really two fine athletes. Pat Wanninger, as a junior, went to a Phillies tryout, and believe me, I know for a fact that he was told that he has a real shot. And there we are, Jack, as a matter of fact. Wave out there to the folks out there, Jack. Where's our cameraman? There. Now, Wanninger, as a junior, was seriously considered by the Phillies as future consideration. And you know how good Magalinas was.
yeah, Magalinas put on a clinic last year at this field.
Oh, my. Hardigan down the right sideline. Wide open is Billy Riley, the offensive end. He'll take it into the end zone on a play-action touchdown.
That was a perfect call there. It was a second down situation. They hadn't thrown the ball, and obviously the Judge's people upstairs saw something there because he was wide open there.
Bill Riley, touchdown, and Jack, that's going to go into the books as a 44-yard scoring strike. A little play action really froze the defensive people, and Riley, I believe, was lined up inside right, Jack, and I think he just faked to the inside, cut to the outside, was wide open. Thus, the score becomes 7-0 as it's through the uprights by Denny Ellis. So Father Judge on their first pass play of the afternoon goes 44 yards for the touchdown. Whitey Solomon's team on top. An old friend of yours, Jack. Still a friend, isn't he?
I hope so. I haven't checked today.
Well, we'll ask him after the game, right? You never know.
Now, with that, setting that play up, Joe, they've been running wide to the right, wide to the right, wide to the right, and they've been getting good support from the secondary, from the corner, and they just came out right and pulled up and hit that. It was a good call, and of course it worked out perfect for Judge, especially after that penalty.
Some of the fans in the stands back to the field. Well, we have this 2-second respite, Jack. I'm glad to see you're home from Harrisburg. Will the employment rate decrease after you talk to Governor Thornburg? I don't even know his name. Is it Schapp or Schaefer or Thornburg, isn't it? Here's a kickoff. Oh, my, hit hard at the 25. And let's see, number 21, the first man down there. That's Adam Griptano to make the tackle, and McLaughlin on the return. Did you handle things in Harrisburg? Everything
Yeah,
okay?
we took care of everybody. We got full employment coming.
Okay. Schoenlieber has, I guess actually we should say Wood coach Joe Franchella has shown us a couple of different formations. Here he's going to have some play action. Dumping out to Dorsey at the 32-yard line. Breaks the tackle up to the 35-yard line. Franny McIntyre, the linebacker, makes the tackle, number 50. Number 41, Jimmy Casey, came up and missed him, but McIntyre puts him away. Dorsey picked up more yardage than he could have, Jack. A nice little sidestep of the defensive player.
Yeah, that was a nice play there. And I tell you, the coaching staffs are showing confidence in the young quarterback here, letting them throw, and this is what they got to do.
Oh, carrying the football, Mike Wendiac. Good blocking up over the right side of the Archbishop Wood line. Joe Oniski, number 78, 5'10", 100. And let's see, Jack, that's where the problem comes in here. Oniski at 5'10", 195, and Billy Haas at about 6'2", 215 are the biggest players on the Wood team, while Judge has 5 or 6 guys even bigger than that. Play action, pressure, sack time, back at the 36-yard line. That is John Basquiel, 5'9", 180, a senior. Looked as if he came through untouched.
Yeah, I think he did. They just called the blitz. They've been running a 4-man line, and he came and he was on the quarterback before he had a chance to even set up. It was good defensive play.
Second down and 17, back at the 39-yard line, out of the full bone. Optioning, Schoenlieber himself turns it up nicely. A la Steve Kettleberger, run down by McIntyre out of the 46-yard line. He made his mind up, Jack. He saw the opening, cut it up, and that's what you liked, I'm sure.
Well, if you're going to run the option, that's what the quarterback has to do. He's stringing out. He's not making any yards. You got to go north and south, as they say. And he runs it well. And as I said, I think it's just going to take a little time to get this the group together, get confidence in one another. It's a new offense.
Third down, 9. Passing play, the option. This time, Schoenlieber has a little bit of problem with his with the fake, and he's sat upon by a host of people. Johnny Basquiel, one of them.
That's what happened on that play, Joe. The fake screwed the timing up there, and Schoenlieber couldn't get outside there. And just that little bit, you can see how critical a step here on this offense is, and that's what happened. He got tied up with the fake, lost a step and a half, and that gave the defense enough time to recover.
Well, like you said, when the offense is going east and west, the defense normally is only coming in one direction. That's fumbled, and let's see. Judge will recover, yes, at exactly the 31-yard line. Vikings of Wood down quickly, but not quickly enough. And on the football was Brian Reedy, who fumbled that punt. Okay, the defense of Wood must go back to work. By the way, again, I want to mention this is Homeview Cable Television. Please support our sponsors. No Cablecast without them, so help us out. Help yourself out. Continue to watch. Give us a call. 345-5153. During cable casting hours, let us know if you enjoy what you're watching. That's about a 3-yard gain. Billy Haas, 71, the tackler. Jim Reedy, 14, carries the football. Spotted. Oh, about the 34. Jack picked up a 3, second down and 7. This is a fast football game. Only 5:50 remain here in the opening half. 7-0 Judge.
Only thrown a couple of passes, one for a touchdown and the other couple for completion, so it is moving very quickly.
I formation. Hardigan, second man through. Ellen Trio cuts to the outside. Boy, he really did a number. Here comes a penalty. John Burnell, number 33, and defensively, Jack, he had a shot, but Ellen Trio just faked him right out of his shoes and turned it inside.
Yeah, the defensive end got hooked there, and the back made a nice move, cut it out, and then cut back in, made a good play out. And of course, once again, another mistake. I think if we're looking at it, this must be Wood's 6th or 7th penalty. And you're not going to play a Father Judge or a team of that caliber and penalize yourself 6 or 7 times with the 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Wing right, split backs, Jim Reedy, line of scrimmage, nothing. Kerrigan puts him down, number 50. He was hit early by Jimmy Boyle and Kerrigan up top, and Nagowski.
They've been running that play there. It looks like they haven't been able to pick up the blocking, but it looks like he'll take the ball on the left-hand side and then tries to cut back. With that double wing, I guess what Judge is looking for is see if they loosen up their linebackers a little bit because they have 4 receivers that can get out there real quick.
7-0, Father Judge leading Archbishop Wood. Riley splits out to the right. Hardigan on a toss. Ellen Trio, boy, he hits the hole quickly. He's to midfield. He got popped hard by Kerrigan.
At the 49-yard line.
I don't know if Kerrigan got the worst of that or not, Jack.
Well, this is what you're going to look at. You know, I think Judge comes out. If they keep running that sweep, which it appears to be, they're going to, they're going to cut it inside. They're going to be pounding these people, and with the size and weight, I think it's going to take a toll as the day goes on.
Joe Franchella on the sideline talking to his offense.
With a third down at the
Ellen Trio. He'll be short of the first down. Sealed off by Kerrigan again.
Stopped by number 50, Kerrigan.
Kerrigan's quite active so far.
Yeah, Kerrigan's played a real good game. Billy Haas made a good play in there. Did not make the tackle, but he fired off the ball and pushed the offensive tackle into the backfield, which really caused the hump in there, and I think was the major cause for that play to be sacked where it was.
First time Judge and D'Arcy, Jack, are deep. That's the first punt for.
Looks like they're coming. Looks like Wood might be coming too.
Ready to go, and
from the 42. McLaughlin fumbles the football, and Father Judge on the recovery.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable how things are going for Wood this first
Fumble
time.
recovered by Father Judge.
Mike O'Hanlon, 55 on the football.
Just, the Judge fumbles, they recover. Wood fumbles, Judge gets it. 6, 7, 8 penalties against him.
Report to the track at the scoreboard end of the field.
3:37, and now Judge in real good field position. First down,
double wing.
21-yard line. Lone setback. Hardigan, reverse pivot. Jim Reedy, the big fullback, gets 2 yards. Flannery seals it off. Let's see who that is on the bottom of the pile for Archbishop Wood. Getting up slowly. Jeff Kerrigan again.
Yeah, and they're. I had to expect them to go in some kind of motion or to throw off this formation. And they've been using it almost exclusively this second quarter there, and they've done nothing but have the fullback. Well, we got a 9 formation here.
Wide out to the right. I think this was the formation they play action off for the touchdown. Ellen Trio skidded his way down to about the 14-yard line.
Stopped by number 71, Bill Haas.
Haas sticks that forearm out, but he's also hit by Johnny Horan, number 20 in the black. 2:52, first half, 7-0 Father Judge over Archbishop Wood. The Archbishop Wood band is getting set to perform, led by their head majorette, Kathy Dowd.
Football players, freshmen to seniors.
And Jack, I don't know if she's eligible for the homecoming queen, but I'd vote for her. Oh boy, Kerrigan is playing some football game, isn't he?
She is. Yes, he is.
Did you lose me in that thought about Kathy Dowd? I'd vote for her, wouldn't you? I think the entire press box would vote for Kathy Dowd for homecoming queen.
You would. What is this? Are you going to bring out
I'm glad our microphones didn't extend any farther back into the press box.
15 years and greater.
Jack, you'd send me postcards, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
We have timeout, Father Judge.
Timeout with 2:05 to go. Judge is calling the timeout as opposed to time in.
That's right. 4th down play here. I guess the decision is whether they go for the field goal. Now, the last time that field goal was on the other hash mark, which seems to be the most difficult hash mark for the soccer-style kickers to kick from.
By the way, can I change my vote?
But now they have Whitey's talking over there with Bobby Kalp, who is his offensive line coach. Bobby but jokingly calls himself the only remaining coach at Villanova football. Bob is still officially being paid by Villanova. It's because they owed him money from the contract,
We'd also like to tell you
I believe runs out this year.
carried by WPUX 1570 AM on your AM dial.
Bob and Whitey's been together, and I know Whitey credits Bob for an awful lot of success with this offensive line. Over the years,
on your AM dial, about 4:20 this afternoon.
he feels very happy with the people he's had coaching with him. That's important. People don't realize that, the coaching staff he has down there. In fact, I think they're all Father Judge graduates.
Well, that's interesting.
On Homeview Cable TV, Tuesday, Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Well, after the timeout,
Mike Gordon and Kelly doing the commentary.
did you pay for that announcement, Jack? Big play. 4th down out of the I formation. Hardigan with a wing to the left. Play action. Rolls right. Looking for Riley. Instead turns it up, but no running room. Brian Rankin. Boy, did he play that, Jack. slid right off of the blocker.
Yeah, he did a great job there. He contained the quarterback, beat the blocker, and then sacked. Very, very big defensive play. I tell you, if Wood can come away with 7-0 at halftime, I think they got to be pretty happy for the way things went the first half. Something has to go right for them the second half because nothing has had the first half. If they can run this out, maybe get a first down, or maybe possibly get a score.
Schoenleber looking deep. Darcy's out there, but real fine coverage. Charles Schritzman, 5'10", 140-pound junior. I think that's Charles.
21.
Yeah, they were
That's him.
That's right.
Jack, I hate to mention this, but this makes 1, 2, 3, 12, and 14 consecutive quarters without scoring on this football field.
Once again, the Vikings come up.
For Archbishop Wood, going back to Egan, Judge, North. No running room there. Third down 10. 147, Jim Mertitas.
Surprised to see Judge call a timeout here to stop the clock. That's what they're doing.
I guess I want one more shot.
Sure, why not? If they can hold them, make them punt the ball, they should get decent field position. Their punting hasn't been as sharp as it has been in the past here for Archbishop Wood. And with 1:40 to go, they would definitely have a crack and maybe getting something back on the board here.
Must be Parents' Day here, Jack.
I think it is. I don't know if it's football or band parents. I know it's one of the groups.
Judge calls another timeout. 1:40 to go. 7-0 here in the first half. Homeview Cable Television, a big cable casting week, I guess the terminology, Jack. We had the East Perkiomen Valley game on earlier this week, of course, meaning Sunday and Monday. Del Valle Lycoming and now Archbishop Wood, Father Judge, two perennial Catholic League strong houses of football. Not so this year for Wood, at least so far. Remember though, Jack, first four teams make those playoffs, so
it's an awful big game for them, but the rest of the league is running.
Okay, time's back in now.
Schoenleber. It is intercepted, picked off nicely by Lou Schrager. Lou Schrager, 6'1", 190. I mentioned him earlier, Jack. That's just excellent size. And Schoenleber.
I don't think it was him. I think it was the under linebacker, wasn't it, Joe? I
thought it was 43, Jack. I'm sorry. No?
No, I think 43 is the young man that's hurt down there.
Well, let's see if we can get verification on that.
Who got the interception? 43. You're right.
43, Lou Schrager.
I get it's 21 lying down there. Yeah, that was a nice interception play. Stepped right in there. That was the play that they had good yardage on earlier and got him a first down.
That's a nice hand for
Jim Casey. Jim Casey. Campbell's off. He'll be back. Well, Judge gets the football back sooner than they expected.
Yes, they do here, and in good field position. And a lot of time left. They have probably at least 2 timeouts remaining.
NCAA rules in the Catholic League. Hardigan. I formation wide out. Oh, a slot to the right this time. Now they're going to shift. There goes Righty. Smart play by Righty. Tremendous play, though. Is that Brian Rankin again? It sure is.
Second, number 11, Bill Hardigan.
Jim Righty, Jack Boyle, I think lost count of what was happening, but wisely did not turn upfield.
Yeah, he just went in motion, which was totally legal. He kept himself on there. One thing he didn't do, he didn't block Rankin.
2 wrongs don't make a right.
Receiver left.
Oh.
Now we're going to have
That time it's Riley on the right side. Well, that busted play, and I'm sure it was previous. Now the penalty, and Wood gets a real break, Jack. Instead of 1st and 10 on the 25 with a minute and 21 to go, it'll bring up 2nd down and about 25, but more importantly, move the football all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, there were 2 costly mistakes there for Judge. The first time we've seen him make them. And, once again, Wood can go there 7-0. They're going to be happy to regroup and come out here second half.
Wing left. They fake both ways. They're setting up a screen to the right. It's picked off. How about this? Mike Flannery, I believe. 45-yard line, the return. Is it Michael? It is.
Flannery, yes.
Yes, indeed. Mike Flannery on the interception. Well, Jack, they set the screen up well, but Hardigan did not deliver the football.
No, well, Flanagan was over there. He read the screen very, very well and was right there. And Hardigan throwing over the pass rush. Flanagan coming up and see if Wood can get something on the board here with 46 seconds to go.
A big Temple smile being flashed behind us. 55-14 over Louisville. And from the Daily Planet, the Daily Intelligencer, Mike Gibson. I always get those two papers confused. I shouldn't. What great coverage they have of local sports. I was kidding. We all know the Daily Planet. That's the Intelligencer. Doing a super job out in Bucks County. They're even covering Montgomery County sports now, Jack. And why not? They do a fine job. And certainly Mike Gibson and Jay Nagel, my two favorite people at the newspaper there. Schoenlieber, Jack, I guess a couple of people have to be credited for that play. One is 21, Charles Tretson, but somebody, and I believe the linebacker McIntyre, came from behind, and Schoenlieber was caught from both ends.
Yeah, that play just never got a chance to develop the way they
26 seconds, clock runs. Play action. Here comes weak side pressure. Schoenlieber's going to be sacked by McIntyre. Back at the 45-yard line. And that's going to be roughing the passer. Steve Nedgeman, number 58, Jack, the defensive end, was the man who actually turned Schoenlieber into McIntyre. And now it looks as if Schoenlieber is shaken up.
Yeah, they're going to call a unnecessary roughness, I'm sure, there. Blowing the whistle, and they threw him to the ground. Looks like he might be hurt. I hope not seriously.
Down on the ground right now as they did grab a hold of that face.
Well, he got wrapped up pretty good.
It looked like a little rodeo shot there. A bulldog and a bull. You get the hands around him and you have to bring him down. Of course, that's going to bring in another quarterback.
So you've got your cowboy boots on today here, huh? Jack?
I know.
Kevin McDevitt will come in for Schoenlieber. Wouldn't this be hot now if McDevitt threw for a score?
Well, that's the way things happen. As they said, the way stars are born, you never know. Your opportunity comes, you got to be ready to go in there and do it.
And also Kevin McLaughlin, 32, checks in.
I'm sure Kevin's been wanting a shot back in there to regain. I'm sure this Wood football team is a very tight-knit group. And I'm sure Kevin didn't want to come in under these circumstances. But that's the way the game is. If you remember when Kettelberger became a star, was against Father Judge in a playoff game. Judge won the...
Tim Custers, was it, got hurt? I think it was Tim, wasn't it?
First play of the Cav League playoffs at
Who will ever forget
Northeast
that?
Field. And
Good night.
Kettelberger came in and started an illustrious career for himself, even though Judge won on yardage that day. But you don't know.
Speaking of Kettelberger, and previously I had mentioned my friend Jerry Byrne at Penn. Steve, of course, a freshman up at Brown, and the Ivy League freshmen don't play in the varsity. But Jack, very quickly, 4-0 Penn. What a job Jerry Byrne's done.
Yeah, it's nice to see the local teams doing well.
Sure is, and he's a fine guy. Wideouts each way. McDevitt's going to throw. Flags fly. Looking down the middle, and oh my.
He was covered all the way there.
Is that linebacker listed at 6'3" or 7'3", Jack? How tall is that player?
Out there. I'm almost wondering if Judge lies about their weights the other way.
That's Rich McCluskey.
Because they look awful tall, even from up here.
If he's not 6'6", we're not on cable television right now. He has to be. He's listed at 6'4", 220.
They just look awful big. And that's a tough job, but the defensive halfback had the receiver covered all the way. And, the other thing, too, with that rush from that line, this will probably be the last play with 4 seconds to go.
This may be the most Wood has thrown in the first half since we've been doing these games, which now stretches back into the 1800s, doesn't it?
That's right, I think so. It's early 1900s.
Wing to the left. McDevitt on play action. Set up. Time this time. Floats out. That may be picked off. It is intercepted. Flag flies. It's picked off by Jimmy Casey, who was shaken up previously. Jim Casey. And Jack, is that the third interception of the day or second? I know for sure, too.
It's the second one, I believe, Jeff.
Okay.
There's a penalty here. Let's see what it is. It's got to be somebody interference in the pass, either offensive or defensive, naturally.
Quite a few flags so far
it's
today.
going to be against Father Judge. It's going to give Judge one more shot at it with no time left.
will put the ball at the
So I'm sure what they'll do is just put it in the end zone and
yard line.
hope something happens here.
Question, Jack.
One more play.
I think this question has to be asked.
And the interception.
Should Billy Haas be playing both ways?
Brings the ball up.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
I would try to have him play both ways. You know, every coach has a philosophy. I just think he's such a great athlete that,
You'd like to see him on a football field.
yeah,
Intending it for Hatham, and that's going to end the first half of play. No sirree, no good. It's 7-0. Father Judge scoring on a 47-44 check-me scoring strike from Billy Hardigan to Billy Riley. The extra point was good by Denny Ellis, and that's where we stand. 7-0. Jack Boyle and I will return to recap this first half of play.
very devastating to Archbishop Wood.
Steve Pickford has a tee. Brian Righty is the deep man, and it's kicked short to the right side, taken at the 22-yard line by one of the up men. Oh, there's running room on the outside up to the 45-yard line. Mike Elentrio, excuse me. We'll get Mike's name pronounced correctly. I'm sure he's a few different pronunciations of that name, Jack. Mike Elentrio, 5'6", 172-pound junior.
44-yard line, first and 10.
Hardigan comes out with the backs in the eye, wide out right, wing left, first down. Elentrio up over the left side, 46-yard line, maybe a yard and a half. In there defensively now, Tony Melandra. So it looks like Melandra is going to play both ways, Jack, because he is also listed as an offensive right guard.
I know Wood has had some players going both ways in the past.
I think Hirschman went both ways last year, didn't he, Stevie?
I think he was one of them. Yes.
Elentrio shut down on the right side. Jeff Kerrigan has been all over the football field. He had him sealed off, and Haas chases him down from behind. It'll be third down and about 7. And a couple of changes. 21 McGowan comes in along with Eddie Fitzpatrick. Out defensively is Joe Burnell and also Jim Boyle. So the prevent defense on third and a long 6. Or called a short 7, either way. Out of the eye, there's a counter. Good effort. Reedy. Jack, he was hit initially, but broke away. McGowan comes up to hit him from behind, and also Kerrigan again sliding down the line. But a nice run by Brian Reedy. So Brian Reedy comes out of that slot back. Tim Nagowski and Mike Mielman.
Yeah, Mike Mielman, I think, made their first hit there and stopped that play bouncing outside. And he's switching defensive end spot now.
The deep men are Pickford and Darcy. Pickford on the far side.
Here comes the punt. Going to blow it away from about the 40. Low snap. Can Wood block it? No. Gets it way up in the air. Pickford, it takes a Wood happen. He's going to come back up near the 27, 28-yard line. We're told that Schoenleber has possible ligament damage. Jack, you said he was walking gingerly on the sideline. Schoenleber with that injury. McDevitt comes in at the quarterback position. He's walking on the sideline, Jack. As you said, gingerly, but I think they're probably not playing him just to make sure they don't risk injury. Jim Mertitas over the right side, number 70, Mike DiClemente, 5'7", 157. He looks bigger than that, makes the tackle. And he's joined there by your buddy, Jack. I'm not even going to try that name. You know him. Go ahead.
He looks like Archie Diacono. That's what does that sound right to you?
Archie Diacono?
Diacono, maybe.
That's one name, too, by the way. Yeah. Archie's not his first name. That's probably when Klasiak, it is, the fullback over the 31-yard line. Sat on by Frank Clark, 6'3", 218-pound senior. He's 66 on your roster. And scorecard. Third down, about 4. Mike Carroll's in the ball game.
Bad vibes up here, hon. What do you want?
Kevin Fitzpatrick has checked in to play offensive right tackle. McDevitt on the option. Turns it back nicely. That should be a first down. Carrying the football, Billy Hatham.
Stop by number 43, Schreger.
Schreger, the tackler. That's a Wood first down. Jack, the Vikings moved the football pretty well in their first series and had an unfortunate offensive pass interference call go against them to negate that drive. And since then, we haven't seen a whole lot of offense.
No, they haven't. That first drive, they had 3 penalties on there. They had 2 first downs. It looked like they had a little momentum, then the penalties came aboard. So that's the first sign of life we've seen.
Mike Carroll almost breaks it. Gets out to the 45-yard line. Frank McIntyre with a hand on him just to break it. Jack Carroll he came almost a step away from possibly breaking that one.
Yeah, he broke the tackle in there. There was a good fake in there down the line, and I don't know if the judge, he hits in there that quick. That fullback's up in that line very quick.
2nd and 6. Jimmy Mertatus dives his way close to a first down, up to about the 45-yard line. Jim Mertatus, a host of people. Michael Hanlon, one of them, from a linebacker position. 3rd down and short. Mike Carroll comes in with the play for Archbishop Wood. They trail 7-0. 7:59 clock winds down here in the 3rd quarter. Judge leading Archbishop Wood. That's Mike Carroll for a first down. The Wood offensive line firing out quickly, Jack, and picking up the first down. Frank McIntyre again in on the tackle.
Yeah, they are getting off the ball right now, and they're taking it to Judge's line right now. They're going to have to turn this around if Judge intends to stop them on this drive. And this is an important one, and, of course, a big one for Kevin McDevitt personally.
Well, Darcy almost slips as he splits to the right. Inside, and Michael Klasiak gets into Judge territory, 47-yard line. Frank Clark, the tackler. On this drive, Jack Boyle, the Archbishop Wood offensive line is blowing away the big people so far. Bigger people.
They are getting off the ball.
2nd down, 7. Billy Hotham maybe gets a yard and a half. Again, McIntyre, number 50.
I think one of the things that Wood might be missing, too, that they had in the past is that game breaker, that pitch man, that he'd get that ball and go to route. Of course, we really haven't seen the option work that, but I don't know if they have that halfback can go to route with him.
Well, here comes the option with Mertatus back. The ball was fumbled and recovered by Father Judge. No, my goodness. Steve Meshman, 58, Jack, had that. Did not cover it as you would like to see in the fumble drills, did he?
Yeah, now I don't think they're real happy with the execution of that option coming down the line. Kevin should have tucked that ball away and looked like he was going to try to get it out, and there was just no way. He had 2 men on him.
And that brings up a punting situation, and getting it away is Kevin McFadden. Taking it is righty, and he is horse-collared from behind. Tries to get away, can't. Sean Duffy, number 31, had him by the belt buckle, Jack, and Duffy brings down Reedy, and the Crusaders get their hands on the football for the second time in the second half. They're up 7-0.
Yeah, if the Judge defense can force, or the Judge Wood's defense right now could force Judge to punt the ball and get some good field position here and give the offense a go. They showed some signs there of some movement on that last offensive set.
Out of the I formation, Ellen Trio, second man through, has 5, drags a man, breaks a tackle, first down. Ellen Trio all the way up to the 34-yard line, finally tackled by McFadden. Kevin McFadden, the 5'11", 165-pound senior. His brother John, the punter up at Delaware Valley College, in attendance this afternoon. Best run of the afternoon, Jack, right there. Mike Ellen Trio.
Yeah, he showed some strength in that hit, too, also.
Out of the same formation. Now, they have second down on the marker over there. I don't understand that. That's big yardage again, and that should be another first down. Up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, this is real important now for this defense to buckle up and come through for him right now. That's two big plays. They got to get the ball back in decent field position and give the offense some time.
76, Jeff Drulis comes in at the nose guard. Diving forward is Brian Reedy, close to midfield. Brian Rankin, who was out all of last season with a kidney problem, is in there and playing a pretty good defensive end position for the Vikings of Archbishop Wood. Well, Judge looks crisp.
Yeah, the way I was just going to say, I think they must have got the riot act read to them because they're just firing off that line, nothing fancy going right at them.
Righty, Flannery gets him from the left side. Now we're getting Reedy righty. We'll call him righty. How about that? Brian Righty. Just short of a first down. First down on this next play, Jack, would be 3 successive first downs. And as you said, Judges coming right at Wood. Power football right here.
Yeah, as I said, I think after that last offensive set, they were told they better get their butts moving here.
What was that?
Reedy on the carry.
Reedy.
Another first down.
Another first down there, and they would love to consume some time on this drive also.
Jack, that was Mike McGlashan now in there, 23. I believe, isn't he the tailback? Appears to be. First down, 46-44. Scissors play. Brian Golderer with that counter. He'll pick up about 3, second down and 8. Tim Nagowski, 6-6, the tackler for Archbishop Wood.
Gain of 2 on the play, second and 8.
Wood trailing 7-0 here in the third quarter. 3:44, and Jack, the playing time of this game is going very quickly. Very quickly. Play action. They're looking for Riley. Here's the play they scored the touchdown on, and it's incomplete. Maybe not the play. Over on that right side for Brian Golderer again, and then looks as if Whitey Sullivan has quite a stable of backs, Jack. He seems to have 4 or 5 people he's now rotating.
Yeah, he does have a pretty good group over there, and that pattern, they had the long man looked like he may have been open, but he went for the short receiver.
Third down and 8. The football at the Wood 44. The defense has to come alive here. One back stays in the block, looking down over the middle, and it is, fine effort at about the 12-yard line, splitting the defense, intending it for Dave Weskowick. And Weskowick almost makes a one-handed grab. Couldn't hold on.
Almost made a great play out of it, but it would have been a sensational catch if he had made it. He appeared to be open there, and I just think he overthrew the ball a little bit.
Another punt.
Darcy and Pickford back.
Darcy, Pickford stand on their 10-yard line. Here's the punt. Darcy takes it, hit immediately at the 15-yard line.
Darcy takes the punt.
Well, it's difficult here now. Here they come. They got the ball deep in their territory again. If they could have shut Judge down earlier, Judge got those 3 quick first downs, got the ball out. Now Wood's facing going all the way, 85 yards for a touchdown, which is difficult.
First down, full wishbone. Kevin McDevitt. Fumble, and it is recovered by Judge. Jack, I'm afraid I'm going to have to report that it was 22, Billy Hotham, fumbling the football. Was it, Billy?
I'm not sure who the ball carrier was.
Yes, it was. Number 22. Bill Hotham coughed it up after he got hit. Casey recovers, and I have to say to you, Jack Boyle, that, the breaks have gone Judge's way, but maybe they've made some of them go their way.
Oh, yeah, so sometimes the fumbles, the hits, and things like this, and then the penalties are, a lot of them, mental mistakes on the part of Wood.
23 on the carry.
Right side, Mike McClashin,
on the carry.
Junior. I don't see Ellen Trio out there, Jack. He's number 24. And again, it's so difficult for us to pick these numbers up, as Whitey Sullivan is rotating people. And by the way, also now is Franchella, Joe Franchella, as Jeff Drulis has gone in to replace Boyle on the defensive line. Second down and 5 at the 20-yard line. Out of the I formation, McClellan spins to the outside. He has a lot of real estate ahead of him, but he's hit from behind and tackled nicely by Sean Duffy.
There's just a good run on his part. The defense did a great job. They stacked the play up. He bounced in there, hit, just spun off, and apparently picked up. Yes, he did. He picked up the first down.
Mike McGlashan. Nice run.
He showed remnants of the way the Woodbacks have been known to run over the years. They're always keeping their feet moving and churning for those extra yards and making things happen.
First and 10, the football apparently just outside the 10-yard line. Over the left side, Brian Reedy carries the football. Duffy, the tackler.
Just a quick trap in there. They've been going off tackle, and they came back to the left side that time. hit a good trap, and we're down the 2-minute mark of the third quarter here, and the way things are going, if they get a score at this particular point, it's going to be awful difficult because Judge has been controlling it.
Out of that I formation. Wing right, toss right. That's McClashin. Cuts inside. No, he will not. Jack, we're now sent up here to the press box at Mike Cooligan.
So Billy Haas made a great defensive play there. That was a power sweep. They had the power eye, pulled the guard and everything, and Haas caught that back from behind and brought him down for actually no gain in that play. Excellent defensive play.
Jack, by the way, 14 is Mike Cooligan. Okay, we had a roster change that the Judge people just sent up to us, and we thank them. Over the left side and close to the end zone. Spinning his way is Cooligan. Touchdown, Father Judge.
Well, he hit in there, Joe. I was going to remark earlier that Cooligan didn't think he was running that hard, but boy, on that play, he really smacked in there and it was in the end zone before anybody knew where he was.
6 foot, 213-pounder, and he does come up with a score, and it's now 13-0. In to attempt the extra point, Danny Ellis, 1:08 remaining, and Jack, barring a run back of this kickoff for a touchdown, Wood will now have gone 15 consecutive quarters. Was that a delayed steal, or?
Well, it was a muff snap from center there, and in years going by, 2 touchdowns was nothing, and we remember some of the games here. Sounds redundant, but it's going to be very, very important right now for Wood to get some kind of field position and get something on the board on this particular series. Otherwise, if Judge gets that ball, and they're just going to be satisfied with controlling it and pounding away and see if they can just pick up some first downs and, if anything, keep Wood deep in their own territory.
Well, let's hope Wood can do something. That missed extra point could loom large, but the way the Wood offense is moving, if they can get some first downs here and at least get Judge down in their territory on this, it's important that they if they don't get a score, at least get Judge deep in their own territory so that defense can maybe force a mistake and get them back in this ball game. Danny Ellis has a tee, 13-0, 1:08 to go, third quarter. Father Judge on top of Archbishop Wood. Very short, very high, very short. And it's out of bounds. He'll do it again. 5-yard penalty coming up.
18-yard line.
Public high school ball, they put it on the 40. But in the Catholic League, they kick it all over.
All right, we'll try it again. 5-yard penalty. Technically called illegal procedure, Jack.
Yes, it's, as you said, it plays they play the NCAA rules in the Catholic League, and it does get confusing looking around, and every league seems to have their own little quirks and sometimes the rules. PIA, they just would have put that ball on the 40-yard line, which is really a costly penalty to the kicking team. Great field position for the team, but here it's a 5-yard penalty.
I guess you should more or less be able to keep the football in bounds. How wide's that field? 55 yards and 2 feet, something like that?
It should be wide enough.
Here comes Ellis. Danny Ellis very high, and Dorsey takes it out about the 10, fumbles it forward. McLaughlin falls on it, and the Archbishop Wood special teams are having their problems.
Yeah, it's just mentally they're probably just trying to press too much. They're not used to being here. And, well, let's see what happens now. They said they get a little break, that they need a break. They certainly has one coming to them, the way this game has been going for them from the very beginning.
1:05 to go, third quarter. Judge 13, Wood at nothing. A football spotted. 19-yard line. McDevitt options back to Jim Mertatis. Boy, he is shut down. And that is what you call filling very quickly by Chris Schretzman.
Yeah, he played that. In fact, there was number 50, the linebacker.
Frank McIntyre.
McIntyre and Chris were both there on top of that play. From the word go, they had that read very, very, very well.
And Mertatis really didn't have a chance. 2nd and 10, no gain. 32 seconds remaining. Joe Schoenlieber, sophomore quarterback, injured late in the first half. He is out of the football game. And senior Kevin McDevitt at the helm. He rolls to the left, cuts it to the inside, and the Judge defense is just now dominating the football game, and Archbishop Wood is in some trouble.
Yeah, they're beating them off the ball. They were The last time they had the ball, they were coming off the ball here, but now Judge is just unloading on it. Probably have a little sense that if they can stop them this time, make McDevitt kick the ball, they're going to have good field position, and if they can get one more score, it's going to be very difficult for Wood to come back.
Jack, that will end the third quarter. Wood scores a touchdown. They missed the extra point. It's 13-0. Archbishop Wood trailing Father Judge. And 2 weeks from this particular week, we'll have some more Wood football for you. Cardinal Doherty, I believe, Jack, and that could be a real rough one. McDevitt pressured, and down he goes. The coverage was there in the defense.
Yeah, they had all the receivers covered. There was not much McDevitt could do. And they say right now they're just teeing off him and taking advantage of the situation.
Well, punting situation. McFadden will punt with the wind to his back, which will help somewhat. However, it's a long road to be hoed here this afternoon if Wood's going to come back and win this football game. Line drive, returnable punt. Taken at midfield, 45-40. And a penalty flag flies. We'll probably have a clip as it's returned by Brian Reedy, number 20.
We have a Viking down on the field.
And down on the football field, one of the Archbishop Wood
against
players.
Father Judge, probably blocking below the knees, or now we have a clipping. We can't tell who the young man is down.
They picked up the flag. They bring it right back where that player was, so there's no question about it. The one that's down on the far side of the field is exactly where it clipped the card, and that's where they measured the penalty from. And it's coming all the way back.
Taking notes, Jack, on the...
Father Judge, 44.
Puts the ball back on the 44-yard line.
All right. Back to the 45-yard line. That nullifies a nice return. Now the Wood defense cannot allow another score, Jack.
No, in fact, they can't allow too many first downs here. They have to keep Judge right where they're at, see if they can punt and get some kind of a field position.
Let's have a nice name for John Horn.
Johnny Horn coming off.
You certainly don't want to lose John because he's one of the mainstays of this defense, and once again,
That's what it was. It was a...
not to be redundant, but the Wood defense is playing a good game here. It's tough for these guys to be out here the whole time. But they're mentally, it's tough for them to keep up with working as hard as they are, and the offense just can't seem to get rolling.
Eddie Fitzpatrick goes in to replace Horn. He's number 45. First down, Father Judge on their 43-yard line. Wing comes in motion, and they sweep it out to him. But it's stacked up by the entire Archbishop Wood defense. Reedy had come in, the man who returned the punt. Nogowski, 66. Kerrigan, 50.
Stop by number 50, Jeff Kerrigan.
And Brian Rankin was in there,
85,
too. He was on
yeah.
the bottom of that pile there. Brian's probably related to the Rankins of North Catholic, of Cardinal Doherty, and now of Archbishop Wood.
He's the younger brother of John Rankin, who quarterbacked the famed Wishbone team here back when Dick Bettison was the coach.
Right.
Fine baseball player in the Pendel League for Jenkintown. Left side, no room, third down 10. Well, let's see if the Wood defense can hold here. Culligan, by the way, is we want to mention again to you, wearing number 14. We were calling him Brian Jim Reedy throughout the first half. Our apologies. We did not get the roster changed till late, numerically.
Judge players going off injured. Arm or 67, I think it's their big offensive guard there.
I wish you'd brought the suntan lotion today.
It is hot here.
It is. Wing right, I formation, wide out. Hardigan on a reverse. Getting the football is Reedy. Cracks up close to the 49. It will bring up a punting situation. So the Archbishop Wood defense holds. Mike Flannery shuts it down from the right side. Billy Haas, 71, on top of the ball carrier.
Well, if they get a little bit of a punt return here and get something cranking, maybe they can get back in this ball game.
4th and 5.
Darcy nearest us. Pickford to the far side.
See if they might even try to block this punt, Joe. They might see if they can go for it. Looks like they might be attempting it.
Better stay on sides. Here they come. Haas comes flying through. Well, that's a real nice punt, fair catch called for and made by Darcy at the 17-yard line.
Darcy on the fair catch.
So, pretty good punt
On the 17-yard
by
line.
Danny Ellis. And now we have a Judge player down with 9:29 to go in the football game. 13-0, Father Judge.
Crusader down on the field.
Leading in this game.
A little minute and a half or 9 minutes and a half here. We'll see what the Wood offense, directed by Kevin McBride, can do here. Or Kevin McDevitt.
Saturday, I'll be
On
at
the 50-50 drawing.
Alden Field in Hatboro for the cable cast of the the Central Bucks West Hatboro Horsham contest.
So Central Bucks West lost again yesterday, which that's 2 games. They're not too used to doing that.
They're very close. Well, they're obviously close to playing their 3rd game, but Hatboro's undefeated. Should Mike Pettin's squad not come up with a victory, I wonder how far back you'd go, Jack Boyle, who have Central Bucks West 0-3 in the Bucksmont League. Should they lose, they haven't lost yet. Drawing a winning ticket. Jack, have you won a prize here?
We have the winner.
So I was going to win a ticket here. I don't know, something.
Split between Nancy Mann and Dot Ward.
Well,
Thank you
Jack,
all for participating.
I thought they were going to say that you had won the prize and that you were going to take me out for dinner.
I just found out her husband got the money.
Of course, knowing you, that even if you had won the prize, you wouldn't take me out for dinner.
You know that.
No question about that. McDevitt hands off. Went Klasiak to the 19-yard line.
They need a big play here, Joe. It's a tough situation. They're down there, 20-yard line. They can't afford to take time and take a big, long drive out of here. Once again, this was something we mentioned earlier. They don't seem to have that back, and once they do pitch the ball, he can make that break, which they've been blessed with over the years.
Bonus split, man goes in motion, and they hand off on a dive. The handoff does not get into when Klasiak, and it is recovered by Mike DeDoranto. And Jack, I have the feeling that this football game is, for all intents and purposes, history.
Yeah, if Judge pumps it in here, it's definitely Wood might be able to come back, but they're not going to score 3 touchdowns the way they've been struggling so far. It's a difficult situation for their offense, and I feel a little sorry for McDevitt here, but
that's tough. What a fine run this is. Touchdown.
I think there's a flag. It'll probably be against Father Judge, be the first break that Wood got if it is.
Boy, McClashin has shown some real good spinning moves, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He was hit again and spun away. However, as Jack Boyle accurately called it, it's going to come back.
Yeah, that's the first break that Wood has gotten so far in this ball game, and it was nullified a nice run there by Father Judge. You said he hit spinning and keeping his legs moving.
Mike McClashin. Well, he's come in to do a good job in the second half, replacing Mike Alentrio. So it's first down now and long. Mix up in the backfield, carrying the football, Brian Reedy, host of people. Legowski, 66, one of them. Oz, Rankin, and also Kevin McFadden. Some of the Wood fans begin to depart here at William Tennant High School football field as the Wood cheerleaders below us perform. Never say die. Hardigan looking. Riley down to the 4-yard line. Billy Riley, actually the 5, Kerrigan on the tackle.
Riley on the reception. Good out of bounds by
Riley took a good shot there from Flannery, who gave him good backside pressure. He just about got that ball off there and took a tremendous shot from the blind side.
It's a nice throw.
Yes, it was. He put that ball in there. Hardigan is only 5'8" himself, 155, 160 pounds. But he picked his receiver out and put the ball in the money in that one.
First and goal. Oh, nice play. In the backfield, McClashin stacked up. No gain, maybe even a loss. Again, Brian Rankin on the tackle.
Brian Rankin has been coming up with some good plays. In fact, the entire Wood defense has been playing an excellent ball game here in
I'm sure they've been on the field much longer than has the Judge defense. I would think so, Jack Boyle.
Yeah, I would say that looking at our chart here.
Yes, let's look at that chart.
According to our charts here, that Wood only has 5 first downs the entire ball game.
Knifed down nicely by Kevin McFadden, number 23.
Reedy on the carry.
Football at the 3-yard line.
Their defense stiffened a couple times down there here side the 20 against Judge. One time forcing a field goal, the other time stopping them cold. And here we are. It's a 3rd and looks like about maybe that's 8 yards to go.
I guess it is at the 8. Looking, Hardigan throws into the end zone, incomplete, intending it for Riley. McClashin wide open on the left side, a flag right at the line of scrimmage.
And he had number 23,
McClashin,
wide open in the flat there. He has mind set on who's going to throw, and looks like we got another penalty. Be interesting to see what Father Judge is going to do, or what Archbishop Wood does here. It would be 4th and 8 or 3rd and, what's this, a 10-yard penalty? Holding now?
I believe holding in high school, NCAA is 10, yes.
All right, they turned it down.
Bring it up on his 4th down.
And Father Judge is going to go for the field goal here.
And the kicker is number 44, Danny Ellis. He today is 1 for 2 on PATs. And actually, the one he missed, Jack, wasn't his fault. Bad snap. He kicked it late. And
well, he tried to kick from that one hash mark, which was difficult, too.
Just naturally assumed that from that commercial that they would have taken a penalty, but they didn't. They took the play.
Oh, that's going to sail wide to the left. No good. 7:05 remaining. Archbishop Wood still has a chance, though it appears to be quite slim.
Seemed that their decision not to take that penalty was the right one. They got 80 yards to go here now, and once again, the Wood defense did an outstanding job. They were down there. It looked like they're going to break there, but they came through here, and they've done an excellent job.
Yeah, they could well have given up more points than they have so far. The bonus split. Jim Mertatis goes in motion. That football again is fumbled. Judge says they have it, and so do the officials.
Yeah, this is awful difficult. I feel very sorry for Kevin McDevitt in there. He's trying to do his best and probably just trying a little bit too hard. And, of course, the fumble, it's hard to say whose fault it was in there. It was not sure if he was giving the ball off or if he was got tied up with the fake or just what the trouble is. And
very upset is Joe Oniski. He's a co-captain. He came off, and he and Jeff Javona on that line, and that's a shame, really, to see a team with the talent that this team has had over the years. This might be 6. McClashin can really knife it with the best of them. Look at this piece of running. Stumble bums his way down and short of the end zone. Boy, he deserves a touchdown for that effort, Jack Boyle.
Yeah, he made a nice block. The big blocker was out there in front. He used him. He cut back in, and from up here, I thought he might have had it. But it's awful close. And just too many things going against him today. Archbishop Wood's defense really doing an outstanding job for the pressure that's been put on them all day.
Mike Galantrio and Mike McClashin are only juniors trying to fill the shoes of Jerry Magalinas. They're doing a good job diving into the end zone for a Father Judge touchdown. Mike Galantrio, and it's now a 20-0 football game, and Archbishop Wood will lose this afternoon's contest, folks, barring a major miracle.
Well, they would need a major miracle.
Yes, indeed, Jack.
The changing of the water to the wine or one of those.
It's funny you said that. Water to the wine, as opposed to the wine to the water.
I've never seen that trick. That's not even a trick. That's a nasty trick, that is.
That would be. Flags fly.
Only Satan would do that.
Well, as you said, Patrick, they're going to go for the...
Well, there's certainly a nice crowd here, as usual, but very disappointed one on the sidelines below us, or the bleachers below us. These 15 rows or so filled to capacity, and across the way, a very good crowd.
Yeah, Father Judge does have a nice crowd.
Yeah.
So the way it used to be, the high school games used to be, and a little competitive because of the lack of pro football. If those people don't get back soon, we might not see any more football this year from the pros.
I don't see how they can, Jack. If they're not back within a week, 5 games missed. That's ridiculous.
Well, first of all, one of the things you got to remember, those guys are losing. There's that play that's wide open.
McClashin touchdown. Well, not a touchdown. 2-point conversion. Excuse me. I thought that was McClashin. I'm going to stay with that.
Yeah, well, we saw that
McClashin on the extra point.
We saw that man open there before, and
well, they switched numbers. Oh, well, how about that, Jack?
What's that?
At halftime, Mike Elentrio's jersey was torn, and all the credit we've been giving Mike McClashin should go to Mike Elentrio. It has been he wearing 23. His jersey was torn.
How about that?
We didn't know it, did we?
They don't let us know anything up here.
Well, in either case, it's 21-0.
21-0.
Someone's being taken off in the ambulance on the Judge side. Should be McLaughlin. Hurdles his way up to about the 27-yard line.
Bringing the ball out to the 27-yard, 28-yard
The way
line.
things are going now, they were just happy to hold on to the football. Awful difficult for the Wood people here. They're not used to this because no one ever gets used to losing, especially Wood. The success they've enjoyed all through the 1970s.
When Klasiak in 51, John Basquill's right there. Jack, I have a feeling that Rich Kelly may want to talk to the people over at Council Rock and see if they can get back and play on that football field. If they don't score here, this is 4 consecutive games on this field without denting the end zone. That is kind of hard to believe. This is the option. Mirtitas the pitch man, but it's kept by McDevitt. Jack, a little bit too much east and west maybe that time?
Well, yeah, that one didn't look that bad. Just the recovery there by the linebackers. That's the right side. It's the same two gentlemen that got him before. Excellent. Whether the fake isn't holding them or whatnot, but there seemed to be an awful lot of coverage out there. I don't think he waited too long to break up on that one.
5:36, fourth quarter, 21-0, Father Judge over Archbishop Wood. Rolling left, pressure, throws. This might be picked off for 6. It is now going to be a 28-0 game. Down the sideline is Lou Schrager, touchdown. He returns at Jack Boyle, 35 yards, and it's now 27-0. Father Judge.
Yeah. On that play, the receiver, what most people won't see on that one is the receiver actually slipped and fell down. Now he was up and running when the ball was thrown, but he had fallen down previously, and I think it broke the timing there. And McDevitt was under some pretty good pressure here because the Judge defense now knows all they can do. They can just sit back and tee
Jack,
off on it.
Let's credit Schrager. He made a fine play to come up. As soon as he saw that ball in the air, up he came, and there's a real nice kick by Danny Ellis. 28-0, 5:22 to go, and all of a sudden this is taking on shades of the Penn State-Alabama game yesterday, where the fourth quarter turned a pretty good game into a total rout.
Yes, it is.
Jack, Wood has only 2 quarterbacks listed. Isn't Tommy Gale also a backup quarterback here? Okay. Listed as a defensive back.
Yeah, it's unusual that they don't have a junior at least listed in there, but I guess one of the things has been they were blessed there for a couple of years having Kettleberger.
Yeah.
Of course, enjoying the success there, and it's a tough decision. Tommy Gale's a junior, and you say, geez, can I afford not to have him on the field? One of the references you were making earlier about Billy Haas only going one way.
McLaughlin at about the 5.
We'd like to ask the cheerleaders to back up off the track. Would the cheerleaders please back off the track?
To about the 22-yard line.
They did a good job getting back that far because his forward wall was way past him because he fumbled that football. They've been having a lot of troubles, as you mentioned, on their specialty teams handling the ball. And this has hurt them because they've always had that 80 or 75 or 85-yard road to go to get a score here. That makes it difficult.
Kevin McDevitt is your quarterback over the right side, couple of yards, 2nd down and 8. We're now down under 5 minutes. 28-0. Mike Carroll, number 30, carried the football, and then comes Mike Klasiak, Jr., a running back. Darcy wide left. 4:50. Clock winds down. Here's McDevitt on the option, keeps it himself, and he picks up a few up the right sideline. Over around the 30-yard line. Bounced out of bounds by Mike Sinaltrini, senior 5'9", substitute defensive back. Jack, the sidelines on this side, the Archbishop Wood side, are as quiet as I think we've ever seen them.
Yeah, as we know, so they're not used to being in this situation. They've been behind before, but not quite this much this late, and always with a chance of striking back. If we remember the Bishop Egan game a couple of years ago to Council Rock, which was an outstanding high school football game. Bill Travers wasn't too excited about it. But from a spectator standpoint, Wood came back, apparently out of the ball game, and came storming back and had a great victory.
Kevin McFadden, the punter for Archbishop Wood, on a line drive, and that's the second time that's happened. I don't believe that was touched by Reedy, and it'll be down at the 40-yard line.
Fortunately, did not touch it, and the ball rolled dead. The judge just now has to just get maybe one more first down, and they really don't have to do that. They can just get the ball right back to Wood if they wanted to at this particular time.
Yeah, this game's over, Jack. 28-0, 4:02 remaining.
Yeah, if you're going to run this type of offense, the wishbone, there's so many intangibles that people don't realize. And Wood's been blessed with a lot of them over the years, not only a Kettleberger and some of the good quarterbacks they had, but some of the great running backs they've had.
Mm-hmm.
And not that these young men here are not good, because they also showed some signs of being able to do the job, but maybe just a step slower. Or
Joe Tamasidis, number 12 now in a quarterback. Joe Tamasidis. 43-yard line, the football.
Boy, he getting a chance to get some of his younger people in there.
Well, the cheerleaders are calling for action. I don't think they're going to see much. Adam Griptano carries the football. Up the left side.
The ball carrier just into the
Jack, we're going to let the camera do most of the talking for us, as we should on television. I don't think there's too much more we can really say.
No, there isn't, Judge. Just winding the clock down here. And
nice play on the defense.
Carrying the ball.
And Wood going with some substitutes. Steve Hassan, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. And a punting situation deep for Archbishop Wood. Retreats number 47, Steve Pickford, and joined by Pete Darcy. 2:40 clock winds now, 28-0 Judge. We'll wrap this game up on the field at its conclusion. Judge will call a timeout.
Timeout, Father Judge.
And we're going to pause for these messages.
And we'll keep it here.
when's our next game here, Archbishop Wood?
2 weeks from today, Jack. Cardinal Doherty, a team that you well know.
They seem to be very, very strong.
Have some pretty big people on that
they got
team.
Nice people. There's a couple of nice backs here. They're a running back down there. I think it's Currican, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to.
Who first game had over 100 some yards running the ball. And then against LaSalle, he went in and played quarterback and had an excellent game that day. And then last week, he turned around and was back at halfback. And I saw him against LaSalle at quarterback, and I was very impressed with his ability and a great runner. And but they feel he is their best running back also, and that the other starting quarterback can handle that position pretty well. It's nice to have a young man like that.
That could be a tough afternoon for Archbishop Wood. But we'll have it for you on Homeview Cable Television.
They're going to come after this one.
Danny Ellis, way up in the air. Big league punt, fair catch being called for and made by Pickford at the 28-yard line. 2:27 remaining.
Pickford takes the punt, fair catch.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here.
27-yard line.
Kevin McDevitt coming back in.
Yeah, he's been in there the entire second half. And Joe Schoenleber's shaken up possible knee problem late in that first half. Well, the quarterbacks here, Jack, are so much a part of the offense, and they're going to get hit. An out pattern incomplete, intending it for Andy LaFond, sophomore.
Andy LaFond, incomplete.
Well, I'll say it again, and for the last time today, this Jack will make 16 consecutive quarters without scoring on this field. I wonder if the team knows that. I have a feeling they do, and they may be pressing too much, Jack. Yeah. Jimmy Mercedes, they came out and ran the football very, very well on the first series.
Yeah, it's a shame that they had those breakdown there as the first. They got 2 nice first downs. It looked like they had a little momentum. Mentally, this has to be very, very difficult for them. There's some questions going into this season. Who would be the quarterback? And as they said, it's all difficult for a senior. He wants to play. He wants it in there. He's waiting all these years to get a shot.
Sure.
The offense didn't click the first couple of games. For a sophomore in at the second half of the North game and didn't do a whole lot there. But then against Archbishop Ryan, their only win so far. Apparently they moved the offense very, very well. But then coming back here last week against McDevitt and again this week, not being able to score the ball or even put any consistency together, and it's going to be very close for a first down here.
We're under 1 minute, folks. Jack and I will be on the field to wrap up today's contest. It's 28-0, and kind of a measurement timeout.
It's pretty close. Looks a little short, right? The vote in the
Great cover on the Wood program.
In favor of not making it. And the way
Archbishop Wood that failed on the fourth down.
Can we show the folks that, Jack?
Crusaders.
See some former Archbishop Wood players leaving a little bit saddened by what the alma mater's done here today. And
yeah, well,
can't win them all, Jack.
It's pretty difficult. The size school they have, their enrollment, they really don't have anything to be ashamed of over the years, and it's just a difficult situation. They just have to regroup.
And most likely they will. And we have another quarterback in there. Nice of Whitey Sullivan to do that. Changing things around a little bit. Paul Gallagher, 6'3", 190-pound junior. My, he is fine size. Hassan Kelly, the tacklers. And Jack, we have probably a play or two more to go before we'll move down to the sidelines after we have some messages from our sponsors. Ken, how about supporting those sponsors? We can't cablecast without them. Homeview Cable, 345-5153. Call us during these cablecasts for any comments that you would like. We'd appreciate them, and hopefully they'll be nice ones. That toss has been a big part of the offense for this football team. Jerry Magalinas, of course, ran it so well last season. Steve Cantwell, the tackler. Jack, that, I believe, will do it. We're down to 12 seconds. I don't think Judge will run off another play.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll be satisfied to let the clock run out. Father Judge undefeated. Arnold Doherty coming in here, but Wood has a game next week with
Bishop Kenrick, the rejuvenated Black Knights. That's it, Jack. There goes the buzzer. 28-0. Father Judge wins. You and I will be on the field to wrap up today's game. Following these messages, it's 28-0. Judge up top over Archbishop Wood.